Tombstone, Arizona Territory, January 16, 1882. Neil Wheaton, one of Clay Hollister's new deputies. Wheaton liked guns. They were his weakness.
Get it fixed?
Nothing to it. I ain't been stuck. Man should look after the tools of his trade. Could save his life.
Or get him killed. You going to the funeral?
Them things depress me.
I think you ought to go.
You being there ought to be enough.
Ordinarily it would be, but this time is different.
What's so different about it, Clay?
You killed the man.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
January 17, 1882. Another man had been buried on Boot Hill, killed in the line of duty by Neil Wheaton.
Satisfied?
With a new gun, you have to be careful. Got to be checked out.
You do that at the factory.
Well, they claim they do, but I heard of a fellow once, had him a new 6-gun. First time he went to fire it, barrel was clogged and blew up in his hand. Nothing like that's going to happen to me.
Oh, I don't imagine it will. I'm wanting to talk to you.
Had a suspicion he wasn't hanging around for nothing.
Look, I'll lay it right on the line. You go too fast for your gun.
I do my job.
Maybe you do it too well.
You're talking loco, Clay.
3 weeks ago, I hired you because I needed another deputy. I hoped you'd make the grade.
And?
And ever since then, you've been in one shooting scrape after another.
Wasn't any of it my doing. They all drew on me first.
It's a peace officer's job to hold down trouble, not bring it on.
Are you saying I'm fired, Clay?
Let's just call it a warning. You're first and last.
January 18, 1882.
The Oriental Saloon. Let's go.
Look, nobody's gonna tell me when to leave.
I'll handle it. All right, mister. Fun's over. Put up your gun.
Keep out of this. This ain't none of your affair.
I don't want any trouble. If you're smart, you won't either. Do like I say. Come on. Holster your gun. We'll forget all about it.
All right. But tell your deputy over there to put away his.
Is he?
He's gonna be all right. There wasn't any reason for gunplay, Neil.
Anytime a man points a gun at me, you better use it. Real quick.
You know there wasn't any danger as well as I do.
Boot Hill's full of men who thought that way. I don't believe in being careless. Getting hungry, I'm gonna put on the feed bag if you've had your say.
Not quite. Give me your badge. You're not right for a lawman, Neil. Your gun hand moves too quick. By the time your thinking catches up, it's too late. But Neil, remember this. This town is full of quick guns. There's always somebody just a little bit faster than you are.
Not in Tombstone, there ain't.
Hello, Neil. I see you lost your badge.
Yeah, permanently. Sheriff thinks I'm too fast with my protection.
Have one on the house.
No thanks. Makes a man careless. I like to be able to tell my friends from my enemies.
Got any plans as to what you're going to do now?
Mm-hmm. Thought maybe I'd come to work for you.
Doing what?
Thing I do best. Got a nice place here, Richie. Nicest in town. Could be better with protection.
Well, we've got Hollister and all the other deputies.
Sure you have, but they can't be everywhere at once. If you had your own gun on the premises, it could save you a lot of headaches.
Sounds like a good proposition. With your reputation, you might hold down trouble. I'll think it over.
Has to be now. The Crystal Palace has already made me an offer.
All right, Neil. But remember, your job is to hold down trouble. I don't want any customers shot.
Oh, of course not. You're a good businessman.
When you want to come to work.
Maybe you didn't know it. But I was on the job when I walked in.
Oh, Harris.
Hello, Clay.
Ready for some dinner?
Oh, I can't right now, Clay. Say, here, you fired Neil Wheaton.
Come on, that's yesterday's news. You ought to read the epitaph.
The most interesting item isn't in there. I didn't get the information till after we'd gone to press. Your ex-deputy has a new job. House gun at the Oriental.
I thought Richie had better sense than that.
I can see the future headlines now. Violence flares at the Oriental. Neil Wheaton, former deputy, was forced to shoot.
All right. I know how it'll read.
Nothing to do about it, I suppose.
No. Just wait and hope. No dinner, huh?
January 25, 1882. Neil Wheaton had been on his new job a week.
Evening, Hollister.
How's it going, Richie?
Quieter than a sleeping hound. Been that way ever since word got out about Neil.
He had to do anything to earn his pay yet?
Business is good. Trouble staying away from my door.
So far.
January 27, 1882. Friday night. The traditional night for the big ranchers to come to Tombstone.
It's too cool a night to be sweating, Richie.
It's been a bad night for my housemen.
Thought someone must be breathing hot on your pocketbook.
3 Kings.
Every time Matt McCord comes to town, he takes me for a bundle. He's already clipped the house for $9,000. Oh, he wants more money. I better get it out of the safe.
You want me to hex McCoy?
Yeah, you do that. Be worth a lot to me, an awful lot.
I'll raise 200.
Keep your hands above the table, McCoy.
You calling me a cheat?
I'm not calling you anything, just a warning.
Let's play cards.
I pass.
Back hall. 3 ladies. Beats 3 jacks.
That's all, gentlemen. This game's called for tonight.
Something new, ain't it, Wheaton?
Just decided to put it into effect. Do you mind?
Suits me. I can find plenty of places to gamble.
Not if you win the way you did here.
I'm not looking for a fight, Wheaton, but I'm not backing down from one either.
Then we understand each other.
I don't think I know what you mean.
Leave it.
Now look!
Just leave your winnings on the table. These men ought to have their money back, and so should the house. McCord won too much and too often, to be honest. If he hadn't been a cheat, he wouldn't have drawn.
Have you gone completely loco? Why'd you want to do a thing like that?
You wanted the game broken up. It was your idea.
Didn't say anything about gunning McCord.
You said to hex him.
You were fired, Neil, as of right now.
You said it'd be worth a lot to you. You owe me $500 and a raise in salary, and I'm sure you're a man who pays his honest debts.
That's blackmail.
Let's say it's good business, huh? Water. Hello, Clay. Glad you got here. I just had to shoot Matt McCord in self-defense.
January 27, 1882. Later that evening, Clay Hollister investigated the killing of popular rancher Matt McCord.
What's your version? Well, after Neil accused him, Matt reached for his gun
And
and
I
then
defended myself.
You keep out of this.
What are you getting all worked up over, Clay? It ain't as if I gunned him down without a chance.
McCord wasn't any hand with a gun.
Man wants to act like a fool. Ain't my lookout.
From what I hear, you didn't give him any choice. Did you see it?
I don't know about the cheating part, but I heard McCord went for his gun first. Sorry this happened, Hollister. Hiring Neil seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, I can't blame you much. I made the same mistake myself. Thing to do is what I did. Fire him.
Well, maybe it won't happen again. I'll give him one more chance.
sure it'll happen again. Another legal murder for Neil Wheaton.
He's got you real scared, hasn't he, Richie?
Of course he hasn't. If I want to get rid of Neil, I'd do it. Now let's have one on the house and forget all about it.
No, thanks. I had enough for tonight and from now on.
Better luck next time, Clay.
You got a bad case of gun fever, Neil. Only cure I know for it's a bullet.
Want to try me?
Only if I have to. Like I said before, it's a peace officer's job to keep down trouble, not bring it on.
Just as you say. Anytime you're ready, say the word. Now that we've settled that, have a seat. We'll play some showdown.
You got more important things to do.
Such as?
There's a nice straight road out of town. Use it.
The only way I'm leaving is feet first.
If that's the way you want it, that's the way it'll be.
Go ahead, I'll give you the jump.
No, I don't want to kill you. Just do like I say.
You're fast, but not that fast. What are you waiting for? Go on.
Won't ask you again. Next time I'll...
There won't be any next time, and you know it.
Some said Clay Hollister had walked away rather than face Neil Wheaton's gun. In Tombstone, that wasn't the popular thing to do. Hello, Clay.
Yes?
You know George Pickett and Walter Henry.
Take a seat.
This isn't a social call, Hollister.
Matt McCord was a friend of ours. We want to know what you're going to do about his killing.
I've already served notice on Neil to leave town.
Doesn't seem to register too strong. He's still around.
Still working for Ritchie, too.
We don't want to pressure you, Hollister. But if you don't do something about Wheaton, we will.
Like what, for instance?
Matt McCord had a lot of friends in this part of the country. They're mighty stirred up.
I see. Anything else?
Guess that's about all we have to say.
We mean it.
As you can see, people are stirred up.
Yeah, well, it's a funny thing about people. They love to see a fight, but they're so sad when somebody gets killed.
Well, that's human nature. You got a reputation to uphold, Clay. If you don't act soon, you might have to leave town yourself. I wouldn't like to see that.
Well, what do you want me to do? Pick a fight and force a shootout? Well, I'm a peace officer, not a hired gun. I didn't mean to shout at you.
If it helps, go ahead.
Well, it helps, but it doesn't change the situation. I think I'll take a walk.
Any place in particular?
Have a talk with Neil. Where is he, Richie?
If you mean Neil, he took the day off.
Where did he go?
If he never comes back, I won't miss him.
Why haven't you fired him yet?
I can't.
You mean you're afraid to?
What difference does it make? He's got his hands around my throat, and I can't pry him loose.
Maybe I can do it for you.
Neil's got you buffaloed, too. Otherwise, you'd have taken care of him
All
by
right,
now.
Richie. Just what is it between the two of you?
Neil's blackmailing me for the McCord killing. Says I told him to do it, and I'd pay for the service.
Well, you should have told me that before.
I know it. And I didn't think it'd do any good.
You thought wrong.
Just a minute. Get me out of this, Hollister, and it's worth $1,000 to you.
You never learn, do you, Richie?
What do you mean?
You can't buy everything. This is my job.
That's what people have been saying.
You tell Neil that I'm looking for him.
Storm coming up? Yeah. The afternoon of January 29. It was to be a day of decision.
Wallace? Harris?
Care for some?
No, thank you.
Helps me to get through a long afternoon.
Have you seen Neil?
Earlier. One thing I don't understand, Clay. How come you haven't clamped down on him?
Well, I'm tired of settling every argument with a gun.
We're living in a lawless time, Clay. Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes violence to stop violence. You're the only law we have here. People expect you to meet the issue head on.
Meet it head on. Well, what does that mean? Shoot it out with Neil? Well, there's got to be another way because legally Neil hasn't broken the law yet. Sometimes it feels like the only answer to every problem in Tombstone's a bullet. I was hoping it'd be different. I was hoping...
Hey, you want to talk to me, Clay?
I do.
I've been hoping you'd make this mistake.
I'm waiting.
It's my pleasure.
Careful. There might be mud in that barrel. Could be clogged, blow up. Like with the fella you were telling me about. What's the matter, boy? Don't you like the odds? Well, they didn't favor McCord either, but he took the chance. You say you've been waiting for this. Go ahead.
I want to check my gun.
That'd be a mistake. You make one move for your gun, I go for mine.
You're pushing me to an unfair fight.
I'm pushing you to leave Tombstone, boy.
I said the only way I'd leave was feet first.
That's what you said.
Chances are there isn't any mud in the barrel.
Then the chances are it won't blow up in your hand. Now go for your gun or move out. Works. Want to use it? You're a lucky man, Neil. I'm giving you a chance to live. Take it. Out of town.
Thought this might interest you. Editor of the El Paso paper sent it to me.
Oh? Neil Wheaton killed by Madden Roberts. Another victim was added to Madden Roberts' growing list when the day he shot and killed. Kind of thought Neil would be headed back this way sometime. I guess now he won't be. Always somebody just a little bit faster.
Fella here says he'd like a crack at that deputy's job we got open, Clay. Wants to be a lawman. Well, I'll be glad to take it.
We got business.
Need some help?
No, we can handle it.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. August 2, 1882.
Oh, good morning, sir. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Muchas gracias, senor. But I am in no hurry.
I certainly wish a few more of our customers would be as patient.
Oh, that is right. It is so easy to make a mistake.
Absolutely. I have a great responsibility here.
Oh, I know.
Trail-weary, Clay Hollister returned to Tombstone after delivering a deserter to Fort Huachuca. Heavily armed men from Mexico watched the sheriff pass.
I am still in no hurry, senor. But do not take too long to fill the bag, por favor.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
August 2, 1882. Unsuspectingly, Sheriff Clay Hollister had ridden past while the notorious Augustine Ramirez was robbing the Bank of Tombstone. Clay Hollister organized a posse to trail the bandits. Jim and I jailed Ramirez and two of his men.
It was foolish of the sheriff to go after Sancho and the others. Long rides are so tiring.
Maybe your next ride won't be so long, Ramirez.
Oh, you mean... Está bien, it is fate.
All right, in here.
You're looking at me, senor. Tell me, what do you see?
Nothing. I'll send for the doc. All right. The night of August 2, 1882.
No luck. They use the old patchy quail dodge. Just scattered into nothing. More likely into Mexico. You know, you can't follow them there.
You think we got any help on the way? Everybody's scared off.
Or knowing Ramirez, bought off. Charmed off.
Well, that won't help him now. Jonas is dead. Ramirez will hang.
No jail had ever held Augustine Ramirez. A hacksaw blade sewed in the seam of his jacket was his key to freedom. The morning of August 3, Ramirez had escaped, leaving his two henchmen. But Clay Hollister had an idea.
Hola. No comprendo americano. Is that right? Well, you habla español, amigo. All right, senor.
It's obvious we're never going to get Ramirez's hideout out of him.
Wasn't intending to. But I wonder what that other fella in there is thinking about now.
Hey, that might work.
We'll let him sweat it out a few more minutes.
Well, listen, Clay, even if it does work, what good will it do? You can't go after Ramirez into Mexico. It's against the law.
Oh, I'm not going to break the law, Harris. Maybe bend it a little bit.
And even if you did, you couldn't get within 50 miles of Ramirez's hideout without being recognized.
Nahadi will take care of that.
That old Apache?
Mm-hmm.
What can he do?
Well, if this works, you'll see. Get up. I'm going to take you back inside there now. If you open your mouth just one time, I'll close it for you permanently. Can't have his buddy thinking he didn't resist a little bit. Sorry I had to force you to talk. I'll see to it the judge hears you help me. Your turn, friend. Now, if this one's half as helpful as the last.
Yo no hablo inglés.
Like I told your friend, I speak Spanish, so make it easy on yourself.
I know nothing.
Well, I know plenty. Once your friend got started talking, he couldn't stop. I know where Ramirez is hiding, but I don't know how to get there. You take me there. Maybe the judge will go easy on you.
Senor, I take you to Lugar de Perdido and we both would end up feeding the coyotes.
Lugar de Perdido?
Si.
That's it.
Jim.
Lock him up. Vamos. I got a date with an old Apache friend, Clay.
Lugar de Perdido?
Place of the lost. That could cost you your life, senor.
You don't frighten me. I've been threatened by your kind before. Now get out of here.
Well, if I can fool you, I can certainly fool Ramirez.
Oh, Clay, you darn fool, you.
Well, how do you like it?
Well, I must say it's pretty good. What'd you use?
Well, berry juice, a horse's tail, and one of the bandidos is going to be a little bit cold tonight.
Horses. Clay, is still not a wise thing to do. You don't even know where this Lugar de Perdido is.
Now, look, Harris. If your name was Ramirez, and you were raiding border towns, and you knew the second you got across the border you'd be safe from territorial law, you'd have your hideout close to the border, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. I still don't like it.
But you will help me.
I think you need help.
Now, look, sit down. What I need is this, a special printing job.
August 6, 1882. In Old Mexico, Clay Hollister rode the border trails of the Guadalupe Mountains. The afternoon of the third day, Lugar de Perdido, the place of the lost. In his disguise as a Mexican, Clay Hollister faced the wily Augustine Ramirez.
So you've come to pay us a visit, amigo, huh? This poster says you are called amigo. And this poster also says you're a very dangerous man. Tell me, amigo, are you a dangerous man? Does he look dangerous to you, Sancho?
See, mi jefe, he does.
You are so serious, my little one. So suspicious. Come. Ever since you have crossed the border into Mexico, you have been looking for Lugar de Perdido. Why?
How do you know this?
This is my country. It is my business to know.
I have heard that a man can find safety in Lugar de Perdido.
You mean a man such as you and I?
Who are you?
Sancho.
I ask you who you are.
Come. What will you drink?
Nothing. But I am hungry.
Sancho, bring some food for a hungry man. Tell me, amigo.
See?
You were joking. You know who I am.
No.
I am Augustine Ramirez.
So?
You honest do not know who I am?
No.
It's all right. I will not shoot you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Sit down, sit down. Sancho, the horses Miguel stole from Rancho Cortina, he still have them?
See, mi jefe, he does.
Tonight, I think we take them away from him. When I want something, I take it. When I do not want something, maybe I take it anyway. You want to come with us?
It seemed to me kind of foolish to risk your neck for just a couple of horses.
You are right. It might be dangerous.
Oh, but not for you. You will have a dozen men out in front of you doing the fighting.
No, just you, Sancho, and myself.
All right. I'll come along and protect you.
10 o'clock tonight, then, huh?
Good. Well, I'm tired. I must have a place to sleep.
Down the hall. The last room belongs to me. Por favor.
Gracias. Here. Buy yourself a drink with the change.
Well, we'll kill him. He's making fun with you.
No. We are making fun with each other.
And you're making me his serviente. To wait on him, to bring him food.
Now you are talking like a niño.
I say he's dangerous.
Oh. The Americanos offer a reward. $500 for him. For me, $2,000.
That is not what I meant.
I know. I know what you mean.
The sheriff of Tombstone rode with Ramirez, a bandit raid on another bandit.
Nachito, you stay here. Muchas gracias, amigo.
Por nada. You're destined for something better.
Forget the horses.
Are you hit, amigo? Forget the horses.
In the shooting, Clay Hollister was hit in the upper arm. They were forced to ride back empty-handed.
Sancho, see what keeps amigo.
Clay Hollister's wound was a complication he couldn't afford. Getting Ramirez back across the border where he could arrest him became a race against time.
Gonzalez.
Why did you come back here?
Mi jefe, he wanna see you. And I warn you, leave lugar. Maybe another time you're not so lucky.
I had a feeling it was you.
It was.
Next time, do not miss, because I will not.
That is a promise, senor.
Send for me?
See, to join the fiesta.
Fiesta for what?
For you. You have saved my life. How is the shoulder?
Bien, hermano.
Maybe you would like to have Lupe take care of it better, huh?
Le duele mucho.
Está bien, está bien. I want to talk to you, alone.
Oh, you sound like serious business.
It could be profitable business.
I like that kind of business.
You stay. How would you like to make $2,000 or $3,000 in gold with no shooting?
In gold?
In gold.
How?
The American colonel at Fort Huachuca has a son.
And he loves him very much.
And almost every day the son goes riding.
With many soldiers guarding him.
Alone.
How do you know this?
It is our business to know these things. You know about horses to steal. I know about people to steal.
You are one interesting amigo.
We could take a note to the colonel and be back with his son in 2 days.
I like your business plan for stealing people.
The morning of August 8, 1882.
Ancho's horse is not there.
We were not planning on taking him with us anyway.
I know, but this is the first time I ride without him.
Come on, you don't need him.
The afternoon of August 8. 1 mile south of the Mexican border.
I think we rest here a while.
¿Qué pasó? Brazo de un bandido.
No es mexicano. Es un gringo.
Sancho, mi muchacho. Sanchito.
North of the border, Amigo was once again Sheriff Clay Hollister.
You're under arrest, Ramirez. You killed Sanchito. I don't want to have to kill you, too.
Amigo Sheriff, we settle nothing this way. If you want to arrest me, you are going to have to shoot me. Are you going to shoot me from behind the tree? This is for Sanchito. Go ahead, gringo, shoot.
Now, like I said, you're destined for something better.
Augustine Ramirez was destined for something better. Tried and convicted, he was hanged on August 15, 1882.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, April 28, 1889.
I'll take your luggage down myself. I'll be down there just as soon as I can.
Thank you.
That road could choke a horse. Who is he, Luke? Sure, I've seen him before.
You did. He used to work for Kwong Key over at the Can-Can, polishing the brass and stuff.
Well, what do you know?
A large Chinese population in Tombstone was centered between Fremont and Toughnut Streets. Lum Chen and the beautiful girl left immediately for the Chinese Quarter.
He flaunts his theft in my face.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone territory.
The afternoon of April 28, 1889, Clay Hollister took a routine swing through Tombstone's Chinese Quarter, a separate and distinct town within a town.
Open up! Kwong. What's going on here? Is this yours? You gonna tell me what's going on, or I'm gonna lock you both up? Well, I'm waiting for an answer.
The gun went off accidentally.
4 times?
It's not a very good weapon.
Oh. All right, that's the way you want it. You're both under arrest. Get moving.
On the rare occasions when problems arose between Chinese citizens, they were invariably dealt with secretly, often to the annoyance of Tombstone's officials.
I'll talk to Kwong first. You ready to tell me all about it?
It is a matter of no concern to any but ourselves, Mr. Hollister. A private matter.
When men try to kill each other, it ceases being a private matter. You been gambling? Did you save this out of your wages, maybe? Well, there haven't been any robberies or thefts reported in the last month, so I guess you came by it honestly. You get it back when you get out of jail.
You cannot lock me up, Mr. Hollister. I did not do anything.
Then why did Kwong try to shoot you?
I do not know. He rushes into the room, yells I'm a thief, and then tries to shoot me.
What about it, Kwong?
This person was in my employ until a month ago. I treated him kindly and well. One day he does not come to work. That night I discover a goodly sum of money is stolen from my office. And Lum Chen is nowhere to be found in Tombstone.
That is not true. I did not steal from Quan Ki. This money is from my most revered uncle's estate in China. That is why I left so suddenly. I went to San Francisco to see my lawyer who wrote me a letter. I had to sign many papers before they would give me this inheritance.
He is even a better liar than a thief.
Wait a minute. You got any proof of this, Lum?
The letter. I kept the letter from my lawyer.
Looks like you owe Lum Chen an apology.
This humble fool begs Lum Chen to forgive him for actions and words more suited to a braying beast.
If the stupid one, that is myself, would have told the honor Quan Ki of his good fortunes, then Quan Ki would not have thought so badly of him.
Well, there goes another good headline. Shooting in the Chinese Quarter. Quang Ki, well-known proprietor of the Can restaurant, shot his former employee, Lum Chen.
Guess you're just gonna have to be satisfied with the robbery in Quang Ki's office.
Oh, that'll make a fine headline. A month-old robbery. Oh, well.
Oh, but don't print it yet, Harris. I'm working on something.
Any leads?
I've been trying to find Lum Chen. He might have some information.
The inscrutable Oriental. Well, you'll have to admit they give the law less trouble than any other comparable area in Tombstone.
True. Still, I got a job to do. I was down at Mary's boarding house. Lum wasn't there, and neither was the girl.
Well, he's probably taking her out for a moonlight carriage ride. East or west, a woman's a woman. Nothing like romance. They thrive on it.
I wouldn't know.
The night of April 28, two mysterious strangers appeared in the Chinese Quarter. Quang Ki's Can restaurant, one of the finest dining establishments in Tombstone. Sheriff Clay Hollister pressed to search for Lum Chen. He was puzzled by the scarcity of people on the streets.
Who are they, Kwong? I haven't seen them around.
Probably passing through town.
They're sure big ones. What's wrong?
Wrong? What could be wrong?
Just wondering. You seen Lum Chin and the girl?
I know nothing of Lum. Nothing.
Yeah? Well, I came down here to ask him about the robbery. Your money.
I'm sorry. I'm very busy. You will excuse me.
The morning of April 29, 1889. The mystery deepened as Clay Hollister had not located Lum Chen and the Chinese girl, Mei Lun. $10 on a Saturday morning. Usually you have to fight your way through the crowds down here on a Saturday.
And the whole quarter's the same. Hasn't been a man, woman, or child on the street since last night.
Maybe some kind of a religious holiday.
No. Now something's got everybody afraid to move, Harris. You can almost smell fear.
Well, there's a couple that aren't afraid to come out.
Where?
Over there in front of... Well, now they were there. Two of them. Big as houses.
Dressed in black? Hard-looking types?
Well, then you did see them. For a minute, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me.
This time, Kwong Ki's gonna tell me what's going on.
You mind if I go along?
No, maybe I better go by myself. It's hard enough to get anything out of him without having a newspaper man along.
Well, let me know if anything turns up. I'm curious.
I'm glad to see you, Sheriff.
Who are you expecting?
Is there something I can do for you, Mr. Hollister?
Yeah, first of all, get rid of your bodyguard. I want to talk to you.
Leave us. Why is my servant not a bodyguard?
I want some answers, Kwong. What's going on in the quarter?
Going on? I don't know what.
Any more double talk and you're going to jail.
For what? I have committed no crime.
Disturbing the peace. Discharging a firearm within the town limits. Attempted murder on the person of one Lum Chen. Giving false information to an officer of the law.
But why? I made my apologies to Lum Chen. He will not press charges against me.
Well, if he doesn't, I will.
You would do this to me? For no reason?
About 30 seconds, unless you tell me what's going on.
There's nothing to tell.
There is something to tell, Kwong. I know there's something going on, but I can't find out what it is. I need your help.
tell you all I can. Hatchet men of the Society arrived last night.
The Society?
An organization of murder. The two men you saw last night, the big ones. To you, they're just two more Chinese. To us, they are messengers of death. They are in Tombstone for that purpose, and no Chinese will dare oppose them. Now you know.
Well, who are they going to kill and why?
Lum Chen, he offended someone powerful in the society.
When you say he's offended somebody, how?
The girl was sent from China to be the bride of a very important man in San Francisco. The boat arrived early, and Chen met the girl before her escort arrived. It was, as your people say, love at first sight. It was foolish of them. They will die.
Do you know where Lum and the girl are now?
No, they have fled.
What about the Tong men?
No.
Well, thanks for the information.
What are you going to do?
We'll go back to the boarding house. Somebody's got to know where Lum took the girl.
It's no use. They will die as surely as the sun will set.
I do not lie, Sheriff. Mr. Lum Chen and his lady left with no word of where they were going. I would surely tell you if I knew where they were.
Has anybody else been here asking questions about him?
I don't understand.
Well, it's simple enough. Has anybody been here asking questions about Lum and the girl?
Oh, no. You are the first to seek them. I will tell you if others come.
Yeah.
You heard. I told him nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing.
April 30, 1889. The Chinese quarter was still closed. The streets empty. A solid wall of resistance, fostered by fear, met every inquiry throughout the quarter. No one would even admit knowing Lum Chen or his whereabouts. The night of April 30, 1889. Have some?
Oh, no. We've scoured Tombstone and all the outlying districts. If the ground opened up and swallowed Lum and the girl and those two killers, it couldn't be more complete.
Well, what makes you so sure they left the quarter? They might be right under our noses.
Yeah, I know, but I can't go snooping into every closet and back room down there.
Come on, drink it.
Thanks. I'm gonna get a blanket search warrant from Judge Mason and tear that place apart if I have to.
Mason won't go for that, Clay, and you know it. You'll find them sooner or later.
Just don't want to find them dead.
Who's there?
It is I, Lum Chen. You must help us.
Go away. I cannot let you in.
We have nowhere to turn. You must help us. Is this the one who but yesterday asked my forgiveness for wronging me? The one who spoke words of friendship and apology? It cannot be. The honored person I speak of is a man of men who does not give words of friendship and then turn away in fear. Come, Mylin. It seems a cowardly jackal has taken the home of my friend.
Come in, quickly.
For
all we know, they may be dead already. The killer's on their way back to San Francisco.
No, I don't think so. What time is it, Harris?
20 after 3. You look tired. You better get some sleep.
I'm all right. How can you help people who won't help themselves?
Well, I guess it's not easy to break with 3,000 or 4,000 years of custom and tradition.
There's gonna be a murder down there, and I don't know where to look.
Well, I've got a paper to put to bed. I'll check with you the first thing in the morning.
This scarf belongs to the girl. I saw it on her when Lum Chen brought her to the quarter. I have always been a friend of the society. I wanted to help you. A small reward would make this humble one largely happy. Surely the society rewards those who help. A small reward? A thousand thanks. The living quarters of Huang Ki. I found the scarf at the back door in the alley. On my oath, this is true. The Lum and the girl must be there.
We must find a way to spirit them away quickly. I came to you for help to accomplish this. There's no one else.
You weren't so anxious to help yesterday.
We must seem very difficult at times. But it is not simple to break with traditions.
Well, we got a few traditions ourselves. One of them's to fight back if somebody tries to push you around.
Perhaps I was mistaken in coming here.
No. Your mistake was trying to live in two worlds. Come on.
Thank you.
That's all right. Is he dead?
He only sleeps.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hollister.
Lum? So you got your new partner working.
He's an excellent supervisor. Faintly, I recall he was not quite so good as a worker, but he's a fine supervisor. Would you like a delicious mandarin duck dinner from a grateful Huang Ki?
Oh, no, thank you, Kwong. I came down to talk to you about the money that was stolen from your office. We seem to have forgotten it in the last couple of days.
Oh, it's not important. In fact, I'm not at all certain it was stolen. Perhaps I lost it somewhere. I'm sorry to have caused trouble. Thank you for your interest. Small matter like a robbery. If it happened, we can handle it. No reason to take the time of a busy sheriff.
All right. Don't let me hear any more shooting from the quarter. Is that clear?
Is not shooting in town against the law, Mr. Hollister? Who would do such a thing? As we say, Hainishi Mzhan Siu Pao.
Oh, I give up. I just gotta learn how to speak Chinese.
Which dialect, Mr. Hollister? There are more than 100, each virtually a different language from the others.
up a memory. Whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory. Whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, December 8, 1882. P.M. Tombstone's postmaster, Clem Hawley, was making his rounds through the mining district with the mail.
Ben Burnett. Didn't expect to see you out here. Don't tell me the Occidental's closing down in the afternoon.
No, it's nothing like that, Clem. Just thought a breath of clear air away from the saloon might do me some good.
Oh, don't believe I know your friend.
I'd like to have you meet him.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
P.M., December 8, 1882. Clem Hawley's driverless team raced back to Tombstone.
Easy, baby.
Clem Hawley's team. Wonder what happened to him.
Where's Clem?
I don't know, Miss Hawley.
Clay Hollister and his deputy rode out to backtrack the postmaster's route. Ella Hawley insisted on driving the buckboard. Tombstone's Dr. Cunningham completed the group.
Ben couldn't have timed it any better.
Don't be worrying yourself, Ellen. Clem probably stepped out of the wagon for a second and the team bolted.
That doesn't explain the blood on the seat.
Out of the mailbag, huh?
Probably. Looks like
something was dragged through here.
What is it?
I don't know yet, Miss Hawley. Keep her here.
Doc!
Clem! Is he going to be all right, Doctor?
Ella, go back to the wagon.
You know Doc Cunningham's the best there is, ma'am.
Of course. Maybe I could lend a
He
hand.
knows what he's doing.
Maybe I
Jim's
could...
there if he needs any help. Now, do you know of anybody who might have held a grudge against Clem?
Oh, not even in Tombstone. Being postmaster just sort of kept him in the middle. Never even had to take sides.
Was there any money in the mail?
Oh, I helped Clem pack that bag myself. It was just regular mail. Why would anybody want to rob him?
I don't know, ma'am. Not yet.
Let him up to me.
Is he going to be all right, Doc?
I don't know. I got to dig for the bullet. Hey, touch it.
It's time. Bring our horse around the back.
Thank you, George.
Don't move and don't turn around. Keep your hands down. Act natural. And don't get any ideas. Where's the mine payroll? The one that's ready to go on the stage. Don't turn around. Now, where's that payroll?
It's in the safe.
You've got just 5 seconds to open it. Hurry it up.
I'm doing the best I can.
Keep your eyes on that safe if you want to live.
I wanna.
Staying in town, Pat.
Don't be dumb. Be less suspicious like Ben says. How to look if we pull out the same day the payroll gets taken.
Hold up! Hold up! The payroll money! He got the payroll. He came and hit me on the head.
I'm getting out. Take it easy. Everything natural.
I'm all right, but get after him. Somebody.
What happened?
The payroll money. $15,000.
Take care of him. I'll go get Hollister. All right. 2:30 p.m. December 8. Tombstone was having a busy day. I rode toward the mining district to get Sheriff Hollister.
Harris! Clay, there's been a holdup at the stage depot.
What?
Yeah, the mine payroll, $15,000, about an hour after you left. What happened here?
Clem got himself shot. Bring him in.
Okay.
Jim!
I don't know, Mr. Hollister. Never saw his face. Wouldn't let me turn around. He saw to that.
Afraid you might recognize him. Means he could be local. You say he came in the back way?
Yep, and there was the $15,000. All wrapped up and waiting for him.
And it's the first time I haven't been with you till the stage came.
That's right.
Let's check outside.
Had to be somebody in town, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way. Whoever shot Clem Hawley was in on this too, I think. Two horses and a man waiting. Yeah, not very long.
Look at this, Clay.
Cracked left rear hoof. Jimmy, checked the stable. All the horses on the street, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just rode in with Ella Hawley.
Clem come to yet?
No.
Harris, I don't think Clem was robbed at all. I think it was just a scheme to pull us out of town, using the old man as bait.
Pretty grim business, shooting a man in cold blood.
Yeah. Let's go see if we can give the doctor a hand. Clem's got to identify who shot him. How is he, Doc?
It's hard to say. I got the bullet at 45, but he's hemorrhaged a lot. He's still in a coma. He's an old man, Clay. He may never come around.
We got the money. Why can't we ride, Ben? You ride when I say so. A few days, it won't make any difference if the three of you push on. We'll split the money then, too.
The old man might talk, Ben. Then what'll happen to you two?
I'm going to forget you tried to divide us, Rig.
Didn't mean it that way, Ben. We're all in this together. It's just that we're all new to this thing, that's all.
I know that.
He might have a point, Ben. Maybe the old man will talk.
Then why didn't you kill him?
A little nervous, I guess. Never done nothing like that before. Unarmed old man.
Maybe you don't want your share.
No, nothing like that.
All right, let's break it up. The angel Gabriel himself couldn't talk. Not with where that bullet hit him.
Ben, why can't we all ride?
Look, it took me 6 months to set up this deal. Right out today and Hollister will smell a rat.
I'd sure like to know what Hollis is up to, though. From what I hear, he's just sitting and waiting. For what?
Well, maybe one of the three you'd like to ask him.
Clay's deputy methodically checked Tombstone's corrals and livery stables. At the OK Corral, he made his discovery.
I know how you feel about Clem, Sheriff. We all do, but you're sitting around here and getting the payroll back.
What should I be doing, Ed? Leading a posse?
It'll be better than you're sitting around here.
Where do I pick up the trail? You gonna tell me?
Well, sorry, Clay. I didn't mean to be telling you your business.
It's all right.
Clay, found the horse with the broken shoe.
Where?
Down at the OK Corral. Belongs to Rig Quaid. You remember him. Drifted into town a couple of months ago. Hangs out at the Occidental.
Harris, do me a favor. Go down and stay with Clem. Let me know as soon as he can talk.
Okay.
But waiting pays off sometimes.
December 11th, 2 days after the robbery, Clay Hollister had a lead.
He's at the bar. Rig, I want to talk to you. Got some questions I want to ask you.
Who's stopping you?
In my office. Come on.
I got no business in your office.
Well, I think you have. You got a horse with a bad shoe, and that's my business right now.
I'm staying right here.
One way or another, you're going.
Look, I told you. Someone stole my horse. That's my story. You've got no right to hold me. You've made no charge.
Making a big mistake, Rick. I know the robbery down at the depot is tied in with Clem's shooting. If he dies, the charge will be murder. Now what's your story?
I was at the Occidental. I came out. My horse was gone. Someone stole it.
And when'd you go to the depot?
What are you trying to do to me? I wasn't anywhere near the depot. I was over at the Occidental with Pat having it.
Pat who? Pat who?
I'm through talking, Sheriff.
All right, Jimmy, lock him.
What do you think?
A couple of days in jail will loosen him up. He's already said too much and he knows it. How is he?
You got it plumb center, Clay. Anything out there?
Nothing.
Clem's just got to talk. That's all we really got.
That and somebody named Pat.
Where have you been?
Picking up some insurance.
Rig?
Ben was right. Rig would have talked. That makes it 5,000 apiece now.
Unless the old man pulls through.
Clay Hollister's waiting game was beginning to pay off. Some people were getting nervous.
Hi, Doc.
Oh, Clem.
The whole town's asking about old Clem. How is he?
Touch and go.
Oh, that's too bad. Clem won't talk again, I hear.
Too early to say.
I see. Well, I'll let his friends know how he's doing. See you, Doc.
Oh, sure. Goodbye, Pat.
Thanks, Doc.
Yes, Clay?
Chances any better, Doc?
Frankly, Clay, I can't figure what's keeping him alive.
Hasn't said a word.
Nothing. Hasn't opened his eyes. Just hanging on the brink all day.
Doc.
Oh, another crisis. One of many. Clem's as tough as an old crow.
Listen, Doc, I better come back later. I want to talk to Mrs. Hawley when she's feeling up to it.
Okay.
I'm sorry to have to talk to you now, Mrs. Hawley, but it's the
Just
only...
don't know why. Why they'd shoot Clem. He never hurt anybody. Why him? After all that suffering.
Well, if it's any consolation to you, I'll get the man that did it.
There ought to be something I can do to help.
There is something.
Anything. I won't rest easy until whoever shot Clem pays the price. I'll do anything.
It's a long chance, Mrs. Holly. But it is a chance.
All right, you're up. Listen up. Clem Hawley's got an identification to make.
You mean the old man pulled through?
He came to, if that's what you mean. And he says he can identify who gunned him.
He can talk?
No, but there's nothing wrong with his eyesight, and I'm going to run every man in town past him if I have to.
Well, I don't know.
Now let's go for the doctor's office.
Well, that's a big idea.
Move out! All right, quiet down. You're all going to stand in that doorway one at a time, see what Clem has to say about you, then you can go. Miss Hawley, will you just lift Clem up a little bit so he can see better? Thank you. All right, you, give me your gun. You! Now step into the doorway.
That the man, Clem? No, Sheriff.
Next man. Step right in.
Take your time, Clem. You think about it. Is that the man? No, Sheriff.
Next man. You. Take a careful look at this one, Clem. Careful.
He says...
Yes, Ella, go on. Miss Hawley, you all right?
We're fine, Sheriff, just fine.
Jim?
Okay, out here, Clay. Clacy must have been one of them. But he ain't gonna do any more ambushing.
Clacy. All right, Pat. Step right in. You're not through yet. Tip your hat back a little so I can look at you better. Well, Mrs. Hawley, what does Clem think?
Clem says that could be the man.
She don't know what she's talking about. I wasn't even there.
Clem says that could be the man.
She's crazy. He had Clacy shoot the old man.
Shut up!
I didn't do no shooting. I was at the depot.
You fool are just guessing.
All right, Jimmy. Take our boy here over to the office where he can keep on talking. Get... I knew Pat had something to do with it, but you're right. I didn't know how much. Thanks, Mrs. Hawley.
Clem would have expected it of me.
Would have.
Clem died an hour ago.
Let's go. Go on.
Run over here and I'll fix you up.
That's the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, May 10, 1882.
It's Johnny.
Oh, hi, Johnny.
Welcome back, Johnny.
Right.
Did you buy any cattle while you were down in Mexico?
No, I tried, but those people insist on giving them away.
Hi, Johnny.
Well,
How's your health?
fine. Fella's ready to play for some money. Some real money.
A lamb comes for the shearing. How'd you find that country down at the south?
Fine.
It was quiet when we rode in and full of rats when we rode out. Your deal.
Tell me in Charleston that Tombstone is once again a hotbed of reform.
The cowboy element is to be drummed out, and law and order will reign supreme.
Sounds like somebody's trying to make a reputation.
Yeah, new judge, man named Reese. Just been appointed. Quick man with a rope.
That's caught up.
John Ringo is a killer, a horse thief, and a cattle rustler.
Huh?
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Oh, he'll be asked to leave Tombstone. And if he gets mean about it, he'll be digging his own grave.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone territory.
May 10, 1882, Clay Hollister was returning from Galeyville. In Tombstone, Johnny Ringo's luck was running against him.
Call. All black, Johnny. He's hiding.
Second best, 3 hands in a row. Come on, Ben, deal. My luck's gonna change. I know it.
You bet it is.
Are you talking to me?
If you're John Ringo, I am.
Oh, John, this is Judge Reese. I'm Sidney Farrell, an attorney. The judge is the chairman of the Citizens Reform Committee of Tombstone.
It's a pleasure, Judge.
Counselor? What can I do for you?
You and the rest of the trash from Charleston can get out of Tombstone and stay out.
Judge, I'd be happy to help out the forces of reform a little later.
Right now, I'm playing poker, and I'd be obliged if you'd hold off your righteousness until I finish.
Your poker game is no concern to me. I want you out of town, Ringo. And I want you out now.
Why don't you go and witness a will or something, huh?
That's enough, cowboy.
You keep away from me. Both of you.
I'll see him dead.
And it's your bet.
$1,000.
I get out in time.
I'm through now. All right. I'm shy. This is worth 500.
Not to me.
It is to me, Schmidt.
So what are you so proud of?
Full house. 7's over.
Still second best. 4 jacks. Hold it.
You've had the top hand all day. Now I've got it. I told you this watch was worth $500, didn't I?
Johnny, don't ride a good thing too far.
500. I'll see you later, Ben.
Frank, buy another round for the house.
Here. Give the judge a double.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. If Hollister doesn't put that outlaw behind bars, then the honest people of Tombstone should do it for him.
The judge is not that important. Now, Johnny's a kind of a sudden man at times and a little unpredictable.
Yeah, he'll make it good.
The judge is right.
I'll get Hollister, and if he won't take action, then I'll deputize someone who will.
Well, you best have a seat, Judge, unless you plan on going after Johnny yourself. Clay's over in Galeyville. Won't be back till late this afternoon.
Johnny Ringo rode hard for Charleston, a wide open town 9 miles southwest of Tombstone.
Hey, Johnny Ringo!
Well, business is good.
Well, did you win or lose?
I won. Boys, I took the game at the Oriental for better than $2,000.
Hey!
Shut him up, Harry. Drinks on Johnny Ringo.
Come on,
Better go in and lie down.
I did a real foolish thing, Flo. I didn't win this money. I stole it. I was second best, all right. You know what? I even lost my watch.
So?
So I cleaned them out with a 44. Somehow, I got the notion that I was real smart. I had to improve my luck.
John, you're a fool.
Yeah.
You want me to take the money back?
Yeah. How you do that, huh?
You're feverish again. Come on. Lie down. Here. Come on.
Get some sleep, Johnny, and keep warm. I'll get the money back. Don't you worry about it.
You, see Ben Fraser at the Oriental?
All right. Anything I can get you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get me some cold water. You got a big pitcher of cold water.
In Tombstone, Clay Hollister heard about Ringo from Judge Reese.
Hollister, you're making a farce out of law enforcement in this country.
I want to make an investigation.
You haven't time. Ringo's probably in Charleston spending the money he stole right now.
Yeah, well, I don't make a move until I talk to the complaining witness.
Look, I was there. You don't need any other information. Your duty is to swear out a warrant. Gather a posse and apprehend that man.
I think it's necessary.
You're encouraging these cowboys, these outlaws, to rob and steal. I tell you, sir, the voters have had enough of it.
Your Honor, I don't know about the voters, but I've had enough of political opportunists talking law and order while at the same time they stir up more trouble than any outlaw in this territory.
It's all there, except for the price of a round he bought at my place.
When you get back, Flo, have another round on us.
I'll do that.
Afternoon, Flo. Alice.
Hello, Clay.
I understand you gentlemen had a little bit of trouble this afternoon.
Go ahead and tell him. He insists on taking your statements before swearing out a warrant.
Warrant? Warrant for what?
For the arrest of John Ringo. Or his armed robbery a source of levity to you?
I don't know about this levity, mister, but the money's right here.
John made a little mistake. Nobody got hurt. No use carrying it any further.
Charges?
No charges.
Yeah, I'll have a talk to John.
Talk?
Talk. Come on, Flo. I guess there's nothing we can do, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, there is.
May 11, 1882. Judge Reese pressed for Ringo's arrest.
There you are, Sheriff. A warrant for John Ringo. Duly sworn and signed.
I wish you'd reconsider this, Mr. Schmidt.
Your duty is to serve that warrant. I have 6 men outside. They will serve as your posse.
No, they won't.
You can't bring him in by yourself.
Johnny, Clay's here.
I'm good. Hello, Clay.
Hey, Johnny, how do you feel?
Fine. I feel just fine.
He oughta. He slept nearly 12 hours.
What's the matter? That poker game wear you out?
Wasn't that a stupid thing to do?
Mm-hmm.
You are sitting on my shirt.
Never thought old John Ringo was a bad loser.
Well, I didn't think he was either, but I guess it was this, Clay. I have sort of a sentimental attachment to it. Kind of a link with the past. Just couldn't stand the thought of losing it.
Why don't you go back, John? Back home. Those Eastern doctors might be able to help you.
Eastern doctors?
Mm-hmm.
You see these books, Clay? No Eastern doctor can tell me a thing I haven't read in them. No, I feel like I belong here in Arizona, and I'm gonna stay.
Well, if you do, you better watch your step. Because, you know, justify it or not, you're the #1 target for the reform element.
What are they gonna do? Arrest me for, well, for buying cattle in Mexico?
No, John. You were under arrest for robbing Otto Schmidt of $2,000 during a poker game at the Oriental.
Now, hold on. I made a mistake, but that's all settled. Now, Flo took that.
No, it's not all settled. Judge Reese got Schmidt to swear out a warrant, and I've come to take you in.
Take me?
That's right, John.
This charge, it won't really hold up in court, will it?
Not a chance. Just that the cleanup boys are hoping that you'll resist arrest. They want to kill 2 birds with 1 stick. They want you, and they want me out of office.
I can understand that. All right, Sheriff. Take your prisoner into town, lock him up.
The morning of May 12, 1882. Johnny Ringo's blinding headaches continued to torture him. his blackouts became more frequent.
Bail's been paid, everything's in order. All we gotta do is wait here from the judge.
When it comes to his honor, I'm a man of little faith.
Let him go, Sheriff. Judge Reese has approved the bond.
Well, looks like my judgment was a little hasty.
Give my regards to Flo.
I will. Adios, Clay.
You men have been sworn in to serve a warrant for John Ringo. I expect to see you carried out.
We'll do it, Judge.
Reese! Get going.
What's going on?
Sheriff, you took it upon your own recognizance to release a criminal under arrest for armed robbery. I took it upon myself to apprehend that prisoner.
Farrell told me you'd signed the bond.
I'd done no such thing. Obviously, Farrell was mistaken.
No, I'm the one who made a mistake. Not double-checking you and your lawyer.
John Ringo's trial will be held at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I would suggest that you be here.
You're deliberately persecuting Ringo to get at me. But your posse hasn't got any more chance of catching him than you have of becoming governor.
Noon of May 12, 1882.
Howdy. Boys.
What's up, John?
I got a posse after me. I want you to hold them at the bridge until I can cut back toward Tombstone.
How far behind are they?
Maybe 10 minutes. I circled through the brush. When I pulled out, they were still chasing their tails. Well, hop to it.
Johnny!
All right, let's go.
You've got to get some rest first.
I want to settle this with that judge.
Johnny!
Welcome to Charleston.
Let us by. We're after John Ringo.
Not now, you ain't. Now you're looking forward to a little siesta right here. Step off them horses, careful like.
The afternoon of May 12, exactly 3 o'clock.
If the court pleases, I understand this was the time set for John Ringo's trial.
That is right, but John Ringo is not here. Why haven't you brought him in, Sheriff?
Here I am, Your Honor. I consider myself in custody.
I suggest, Your Honor, that you either proceed with the trial or permit bail.
Later that afternoon, May 12, a few miles from Charleston. Judge Reese's posse was returning to Tombstone.
Hold up! Get away! We can force him across the desert. He's got 60 miles without water before he hits the Chiricahuas, and he won't make it in a hurry. You go back and get the judge and all the canteens of water you can find. Right. All right, now. Try and save your hearts. Let's go.
We've got enough water. Let's move out.
What's happening, Clay?
Johnny's in trouble. They were shooting and he had to run.
Johnny Ringo had killed a man. It was up to Clay Hollister to bring him in. Ringo rode desperately across the desert. He knew the posse meant to kill him. Judge Reese joined his men. Ringo had been sighted on a ridge up ahead.
Well, be talking for long. What do you want to do now?
We better water the horses and keep pressing him.
May 13, 1882. The second day on the desert. The sun was again a great globe of heat. The Arizona wasteland a furnace. The hunted and the hunters. Clay Hollister had picked up Ringo's trail. He had made better time than the more cautious posse.
Ringo! Ringo! Hold up! Johnny! Ho!
The greatest fear of men who know the desert, Johnny Ringo was left afoot.
You figure to harm me until I die? Well, I'm not running anymore. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Johnny! Johnny Ringo! Here I am! Drop it, John.
Water. I know where I can get you some water.
Sheriff Clay Hollister intercepted the posse.
He's disarmed?
And in my custody. You boys can go on home.
Judge Reese had ridden on ahead of his men to search the mouth of West Turkey Creek Canyon.
I warned him, but he pulled his gun, so I had to kill him. There's the outlaw, Sheriff. Turned out that Johnny Ringo wasn't so fast after all.
He didn't have a gun.
Well, the most important thing, he's dead.
You murdered him.
You can't prove a thing, Hollister. You can't do a thing. I shot an outlaw, a killer. And I didn't ask him if he was armed. Hollister, I've been waiting to whip you for a long time.
There's going to be a trial, Reese. But even if you do get off, wherever you go in Arizona, there'll be people waiting for you. Friends of Johnny Ringo. They'll have guns, they'll be looking for a chance to use them. Now, I couldn't stop them even if I wanted to.
Johnny Ringo was buried where he died. A pile of stones marks his grave in the Chiricahua Mountains of Arizona.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, June 4, 1885.
Can only cause you trouble.
When I make trouble, it's usually for the other fellow. You've been my partner long enough to know that, Monty.
Kirk, if you'd only use your head.
Walk like a man. Be one.
Until the lawless element is stamped out, there can be no legal trade in beef in Tombstone.
Why don't you print the truth once in a while?
Well, Stevens, we were just talking about you, weren't we, Charlie?
None of your sarcasm, Clybourne. Kirk's one of the biggest cattle brokers in town. When he talks, you listen.
The sheriff's been hounding hard-working cowboys, calling them rustlers. But the people knew the facts about Hollister, instead of the lies you print in that filthy sheet.
Get out of my office.
Now do you promise to print the truth?
Well, now that I've always done.
All right, if you're going to print lies about me, I'll see that you don't print anything at all.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone territory.
On that morning of June 4, 1885, it looked as if the publication of the epitaph was coming to a violent halt.
Monty, get the boys and tear the place apart.
I have a better way.
The only better way would be to hang Clybourne from the nearest pole.
Set up a headline, Harris. Cattle broker splattered by buckshot. Just what were you all planning?
To wreck the epitaph.
My partner and I were just explaining to Mr. Claiborne that we disagreed with his policies.
Oh, well, that's all right. So long as you do it peaceably.
You ain't so peaceable, running my best beef suppliers out of the territory.
All your beef suppliers are rustlers. Everybody in town knows that.
Because he tells them. You push people around, he turns you into a tin god for doing it.
Get out.
I'll get those two.
Trouble with you is you can't forget your past.
My past? At least I didn't spend all my time in all the saloons back east.
Kirk, you're going at this all wrong. I know all about fighting newspapers. I used to work for one.
You, a newspaper man?
You have to cripple everybody, don't you?
On your way to the Crystal Palace. Newspaper man?
Why do you put up with him?
He's not like you and me, Jeb. He's got education.
If that's what education does to you, I'm glad I don't have none.
Well, they always told me that my editorials had holes in them.
I'd sure hate to see the doctor digging bullets out of you.
Well, now, you know, so would I.
Harris, why don't you stay out of the fight for a while? You know, I'm hurting him. Rounding up the rustlers, cutting off his beef supply.
He'll just bring in new rustlers, and he knows where to find them. He used to do plenty of rustling himself.
That's true, but it was never proven.
Well, there wasn't as much law then. Now, he's respectable. Powerful man with a lot of money. He wants control of this town.
He won't get it.
We got to fight him on a lot of different levels. This is important. And so is this. Never underestimate the power of public opinion or a newspaper's effect on it. Sometimes it goes off with a bigger bang than a gun.
You really don't know very much about me, do you, Kirk?
Now, what's there to know, Monty? How many quarts a day you can put away?
I haven't shown this to anyone for years.
Montague Davis. So you did work on a newspaper?
Managing editor of the Baltimore Observer.
How long?
Nearly 2 years.
What happened?
Well,
Never mind, you don't have to tell me.
after Baltimore, I tried Chicago. And I sort of lost interest. That's when I started to speculate in the cattle market.
Lucky thing for both of us.
Kirk, I want to get back into the newspaper business.
What? Well, we got the sweetest setup in the whole world. Get rid of the sheriff and the epitaph, we'll run the town.
The politicians back east have a rule. Don't fight a newspaper unless you own a newspaper. You can own one, Kirk.
Newspaper?
Sure. And I can run it for you. You can control public opinion, have anything you want. Get rid of Hollister, even become mayor.
How come after all these years you got the itch again?
Each of us has to try to be a man in his own way. If you say so, Kirk, I'll start ordering the stuff. We'll call the paper the Bugle. It'll sound taps for the epitaph and the sheriff.
Maybe.
Well, we got a sign. We're in business.
Finest printing equipment money can buy, right, Monty? Take a look.
I've seen them come and go, but only the epitaph stays in business.
Not this time, mister. Good morning. Oh, wait till you read the Bugle, Claiborne.
Oh, I don't mind competition. I only hope your paper has more integrity than your catalog.
Come and get the first issue of the Bugle this afternoon. Free with these handbills. Compliments of Kirk Stevens.
You know there's no shooting in the town limits. Give me a gun.
You'll have to get it. Folks, listen.
You'll be all right in a little while.
It says the sheriff just come up and pistol whipped poor Jed. Doesn't sound right. I know Clay Hollister.
Yeah? How well do you know him?
How well? I know that if Jeb was shooting up the town, the sheriff was within his right to disarm him.
Read the rest of the story. It says that all Jeb Crowley was doing was shooting off blanks.
Oh?
Look at the editorial.
The Bugle believes the one newspaper town does not get all the facts. The epitaph has been suppressing much news. Now Tombstone will know the whole truth. And you got a point there. The epitaph's been doing real good. But if we had two newspapers, I suppose they could keep tabs on one another.
I'd like to sell you an ad in the next issue of the Bugle.
Well, I'm spending all I can afford now on the epitaph.
Well, you're paying $10 for your ad in the epitaph. I'll give you the same space for $7.
Yeah? Well, I'll give you a try.
You're a lawman by election only, and that newspaper can turn public opinion against you.
Clay, this is Todd Murphy. I met him up at the OK Corral. He needs some help.
What kind of help?
Had 20 head of cattle stolen.
How'd that happen?
I was driving some strays to catch up with the main bunch. 2 men jumped me, knocked me cold. When I woke up, no cattle.
Where was it?
About 5-6 miles out of town.
You show us, huh?
The afternoon of June 14. 8 miles north of town, Clay Hollister spotted the stolen herd. And the rustlers spotted him.
Sheriff, he's hit. Sheriff.
Here, Jimmy. Let me see that shoulder.
Is he hurt bad?
Painful. Bullet went clear through. Jimmy, if we catch your horse, you think you can make it back to town alone?
Sure.
How far north do you figure the main herd is?
About a couple hours ride.
I better ride along with you, make sure those boys don't try again. Come on, old buddy.
Can't you shoot straight? Like that. Go on.
Well, the sheriff and the other guy drove the herd off. We figured it didn't pay to follow.
You were right. You can't fight Hollister with 6 guns.
We'll get him.
Nobody saw where the cattle went but you?
That's right. The deputy rode back towards town.
You had the ownership papers with you to prove you were in rightful possession of the cattle.
We worked the way Kirk taught us to.
We can turn this against Hollister.
The only thing I want to turn against Hollister is a gun.
Kirk, if you'll only have a little patience.
Stick around, boys. I may have a job for you.
I know Clay Hollister couldn't be up to anything, but just the same, why was he so anxious to get rid of Jim? Where's the herd now? Excuse me. It's up north, if you care to look. Clay, no offense. This was just about the rustling and...
And what?
Nothing, Clay. Nothing.
Gentlemen, I read your little story.
So did everybody else in town. Our circulation's improving every day.
You say these rightful owners were deprived of their cattle?
That's what they told us. They showed us papers to prove it.
In other words, you're accusing me of rustling. Rightful owners, where do you suppose I can find them?
How do we know?
Well, you talked to them. It says so right here.
They left town. They said they were afraid you were going to kill them.
You got all the answers, haven't you? When you lie real good. Watch that gun here.
Kirk. Hollister, when are you going to learn? You know, you just can't walk in here and threaten honest citizens. What are the people going to think when they read about it?
If it weren't for you, he'd be lying dead right there.
We're killing him with words.
Seen this?
Mm-hmm. I'll say this. Somebody over there knows how to put out a paper.
Harris, when are you going to lower your subscription rates to match those of the Bugles?
Wish I could. It's impossible. Maybe they've discovered a new law of economics. How to show a profit while operating it under cost.
Well, it seems to me like one man should be able to put out a newspaper just as cheap as another.
Kirk Stevens is paying for the losses of the Bugle out of his cattle proceeds.
Maybe Stevens is just a good businessman. Anyway, you can't expect us to pay extra for the epitaph when the Bugle's just as good. And maybe a little more impartial.
Impartial? How do you like that?
Things are getting rougher, Harris.
Yeah.
Come in.
What do you want to see me about?
Got a piece of news for you. Not for publication. Biggest deal I've ever made. 5,000 head are being brought across the border. I made arrangements to buy them for $1 a head.
I'll get in touch with McHenry in Chicago. Probably be able to get $10 a head for him.
Well, there's only one trouble. McHenry never buys stolen cattle.
Our customers never know where the beef comes from.
Well, suppose the epitaph started digging into the deal. You got to put them out of circulation. Now.
I wish we could. We're beating them, but it's going to take time.
We've got no time.
Kirk, I hope you're not going to do anything that's going to get us into trouble.
Look, we own the Bugle, don't we? Whatever happens to the epitaph, we report in our own way. I'll be down later on to the newspaper to give you the story.
All right, Kirk.
Well, that's it, Fred. Let's get out a paper, even if we have lost half our customers.
Craig! They hit Fred!
June 20, 1885. Fred's body was moved to the undertaking parlor. Unable to catch up with the gunman, Clay Hollister returned to find that our presses had been badly damaged.
Hear the news? No epitaph today.
Sure, I heard about it. I've already written it up.
Well, this is good. You make it sound like Hollister doesn't want to catch the killers, may even be behind the shooting.
It wasn't easy. I'm not sure you should have done it.
Put the epitaph out of business, didn't I?
By killing an innocent man.
I was after Clybourne. Since when do you care about killing?
I'm only warning you for your own sake, Kirk. Don't take any more chances.
Somehow I liked you better when you were spending your afternoons at the Crystal Palace.
I'm trying to make a big man out of you, Kirk. Please don't spoil it. If
First, you make a man out of yourself. Clay, you've just got to face up to what people are saying.
Yeah, I know what people are saying. The thing that amazes me, Harris, is how they can take the truth and twist it in so many different ways.
You just got to make an arrest.
Well, I gotta have the right man first.
Kirk Stevens or Monty Davis.
I know they're behind it, but they didn't pull any triggers.
Any idea who did?
Yeah. I thought I recognized Jeb Crowley. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure. But the fact that he's been out of town ever since is...
Found the herd, Clay. 5,000 head.
What herd?
Well, I got a wire from the Mexican border saying a big herd had been driven across, and they wanted me to follow up. Where were they headed?
Kirk Stevens stockyards.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I managed to talk to a couple of the cowpokes.
5,000 head. This could be a break for us.
June 22, 1885. Broker Kirk Stevens stockyards were bulging with beef.
How are you, Kirk?
Jeb. What's he doing here?
I'll never handle a big deal yet without old Jeb, right, Jeb?
Right, boss. Been together a long time. Well, we got work to do.
I think you're asking for trouble. Suppose the sheriff connects him with the shooting.
Old Jeb can take care of himself.
I think you're taking Hollister too lightly.
I'm not the one that's taking him light. You think he can be beaten with words. I don't.
Jeb. Where you been the last couple of days?
Driving cattle?
My deputy scouted this herd. You weren't with him. What about the other two, Jim?
Them neither. He's just got bad eyes.
What do you think of my eyesight? I spotted you right after Fred was murdered.
You're just making wild guesses.
Let's go down to my office. We can talk better there.
We're not going nowhere.
I wouldn't. He's still alive.
Get a doctor, Monty. If you didn't have that gun pointed at me, I'd kill you right now.
I'm gonna leave Jeb in your custody. I'm not worried about you going too far. You two. You! Come on.
Jeb better not die. Noon, June 22. We worked desperately to get the press running so the epitaph could tell the true story of the shooting at the stockyards. The Bugle hit the streets first.
And so, people of Tombstone, how many more shootings will we let our gunslinging sheriff get away with? What do you think?
I think Hollister's got some questions to answer.
We got him this time. The sheriff's finished.
So's Jeb.
What are you gonna do?
He was one of my boys.
The people will take care of Hollister. They'll throw him out of office. Kirk, you go after Hollister now and you're gonna ruin everything. Everything the Bugle and I have done for you.
When I found you in Chicago, you were ready for the ash heap. Without me, you're nothing.
Don't do anything stupid, Kirk. Use your head.
I like my hands better.
Hollister? We want to talk to you.
All right, go ahead. The shooting of Jeb Crowley is being investigated by the coroner. Yeah, that's the way it ought to be. Will you step aside till after the investigation?
What kind of an investigation will that be? There are no witnesses except Kirk Stevens' men.
And Clay's deputy.
Sheriff, will you turn in your star while we look into this?
Hollister, I want you.
You heard what the man said.
You killed one of my boys.
That's right. He drew on me.
And you're a liar.
He's dead.
Any doubts who shot first?
Kirk did. I wonder how many men he's killed with that trick. Guess we won't need the investigation, Clay.
And he wanted to own the town.
Now all he's got is a piece of Boot Hill. Well, I guess the Bugle won't be out tomorrow.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Số bao nhiêu? 160 à, thì được phải làm một lần nữa, một hoặc hai lần nữa. Rồi một kỹ năng nữa quay chụp anh xin này, giờ thì quay rồi sao? Chưa, 10 tiếng nữa. Cần mất tính thời gian chơi game. Trốn. Good. Not. Đấu này, đấu sĩ à, quyền năng viết kiếm này, cái đồ hộ bố gái bao nhiêu à, 26 tỷ à. Người thì là 200 này. Làm 2 là 1 tỷ, 10 là 5, 10 là 5 lát, 10 lát. Năm 2 là 10. Đó, 200 lát. 2 triệu một lát, 200 Đúng rồi, 40 củ. Sôi dữ à. Hai trăm mùa lần nữa đấy. Một sống với à. Đến bay hai nữa là lên 5 phút. Bay một chia xong. Bình chi lên. Bình nhé. Đúng nào. Olivia ngon có biết kiếm của anh đâu. Máu máu hồi máu hồi máu hồi máu hồi máu.
ভাই কি দেখেন?
বাইকটা কি আপনার?
হ্যাঁ আমার ভাই কি হয়েছে?
নাম্বার প্লেট কই?
সেটা দিয়ে আপনার কি দরকার?
রাইট দেন।
হ্যাঁ রাইট দিই, কি হয়েছে?
বেরিবাদ যাবেন?
না ভাই এই মুহূর্তে বেরিবাদ যাবো না ভাই।
ভাই চলেন না, আমার মায় অসুস্থ।
ভাই আমার রাইড শেষ, আমার পোলার আছে জন্মদিন, আমার তাড়াতাড়ি বাড়ি যাইতে হবে, আমি যাইতে পারবো না। তো আপনি আর একটা রাইড দেখেন, এ নিয়ে যাবো আপনারে।
ভাই বিপদ তার বইলে আসেন, আমার মায় অসুস্থ। ভাই আপনার মা অসুস্থ থাকলে কি একজন হেল্প করতো না?
এই মুহূর্তে ভাই এই বেরিবাদে আমার বাড়িটা থাকলো উল্টা দিকে, আমার যাইতে অনেক দেরি হয়ে যাবে।
ভাই একটু স্যাক্রিফাইস করেন না ভাই, আমার মা অসুস্থ, আপনার মা অসুস্থ থাকলে কি আপনি করতেন না? আরে একটু বাড়াই দেবো ভাই, চলেন ভাই।
আরে এই সময় বেরিবাদ কেমনে যাবো
ভাই? আয়ান না, আমি তো আপনার সাথে যাইতেছি ভাই, আমার একটু নামাই দিয়ে আসেন, খুব দরকার ভাই।
আমার
চলেন ভাই।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে চলেন। ভাই কোন দিকে? ভাই আর কোন দিকে যাবো কোন তো? সেই কখন থেকে তো সামনে সামনে পড়তেছে।
মা, শফিকরে ডাক দাও।
এখন অনেক রাত হয়েছে।
তাহলে একটা কাজ করো, ওর জন্য একটা কেকের পিস রেখে দাও।
আচ্ছা রাইখা দিব না, কাল সকালে তুই দিয়ে আসিস।
মা, মোমবাতি কই?
মোমবাতি আনতে তো ভুলে গেছি একদম।
তাহলে কাজ করো, বাবাকে আনতে কইয়া দাও।
তোর বাপ কি জানে যে কেক কিনে নিয়ে আসছি? আচ্ছা আগে আসো, তারপরে দোকানে পাঠাবো নেবো মানে।
তাহলে একটা কাজ করি, আমি নিজে গিয়ে নিয়ে আসি।
ছোট মানুষের রাতেবেলা বাইরে যাওয়া নিষেধ তোরে শিখাইছি না?
তাহলে আবার একটা কাজ করো, বাবাকে ফোন দিয়ে কইয়া দাও বেলুন আনতে, আর বলবা যে তাড়াতাড়ি আসতে।
আর একটু অপেক্ষা করি, হ্যাঁ তারপর কমনে।
Sắt luôn là khoảng trong 5 giây. Tiếp tục đánh ạ. Now, yes. Được, và cái chai đổ lên này. Trên trang rồi thằng đi. Các tư ngoài ngoài như vậy. Lại mà. tôi đi xin xong quyết kiếm đi. Có cái đồ mà bồ lô cùi sợ đéo ấy ra là sẽ bán đặt này chuẩn hai cái đồ mình phải đét vào nếu hiểu gần như là vô địch rồi, gần như là vô địch rồi, gần như là vô địch rồi. Ngon 5 tỷ vàng, quả vàng, quả 220 3 4 55 56 57 58 59 6 video một ngày những bả con chưa ngắt gâu broccoli không quy đâu, quy mất tiền. tao quen tay ấn pet này là cứ ấn quy ấy thằng sinh miệng nó cứ thể hiện cái mất trả tiền lên tay nữa. Áo áo mà trong cái season này nó cho pet tiện thì dùng thôi. Đừng cho xỉn. Thôi anh lên sang bên đồng cũ. Ôi đi chưa? Nói đi rồi. Đây, anh bảo quay hết video hay gì xong mày bảo là giờ đang làm du lịch. Ý mày là giờ kia nhưng tao lại tưởng anh giờ là bây giờ ấy. Ý mày là giờ kia đâu đi ấy. Thôi sáng mai thì sao? À, người ơi, chưa cắt móng tao ấy. Ba con đường hay là khách không đấu rất là đối giáo rồi đâu như thế này check không đường hay được 5 con đường ấy 20 bạn con đường farm đây, farm được đi ơi, farm được đi ơi, thằng farm ấy, và anh kể cho khôi mà là có những người ai tao nói được thì tao nói rồi, tao nói nói mà toàn những người khác tự biết thôi, tao chỉ em muốn là những con đấy, mày thu con thà châu. Có phải như là chăm mi đâu đi có phải đắt của là mau vậy đâu. Tam cho đài đừng có cam nhé tóc con bạc chưa cái bạc cao cường ấy cái thằng cao cường ghé mất thôi. đợt mới quay lần đầu tiên tao quay 1 tiếng không bật mic. Mic máy gần lúc tao không biết là cắm rút tai nghe hoặc cắm tai nghe vào để ấn lại cái F4 cho lại tắt mic không bật lại ấy. Bây giờ tao quay 1 tiếng không mic. Năm con vừa này trở nên chắc không cá cược cũng mạnh ấy. Làm các bạn không có ăn nhé. Đúng không? Rồi thì lên nó nhé các bạn. Thôi bà giáo được không quá. Nó chỉ là alun một thôi mà alun một lại mắc file một đúng không? Còn Zurich quyền năng tôi đú không thua mà chứ hiểu thua được bài này lạ thật đấy. Không anh ấy bắt 4 lần rồi bị bắt chứ không ấy. Nó chỉ tăng tiền cắt qua các màn thôi, con đéo được. Rồi. Cộng tỷ lệ farm kim cương nữa, cộng phần trăm kiếm kim cương với cả và để may mắn nữa. Chả mua kiếm mà mua kiếm này cho xịn. Đây tiền mua kiếm này. Đây tiền mà mua kiếm. Có mua kiếm mà không? Mua kiếm cho xịn được rồi. Đéo ở đây Trinh cái bài dép á, còn vô mắt bài dép rồi. Năm cao cường, 4-6 cao cường।
শুনেন কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মে?
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বে।
সমস্যা থেকে ওই দিনকার তোরে হাত খরচের লেগা 5,000 টাকা দিয়েছিলাম। আবার টাকা কি গাছে ধরে?
আব্বা জান আপনি তো কত টাকাই কামান, 5,000 টাকা দিলে আপনার কি হয়? আমি আপনার একমাত্র আমার মাইয়া, তো আমার পিছনে খরচ করবেন না কার পিছনে করবেন? আমার একটা কুর্তি পছন্দ হয়েছে, ওই কুর্তি আমি কিনতে চাই।
কুর্তি মূর্তি লেহেঙ্গা ওড়না এসব দিয়ে তো ঘর বইরে গেছে, হাঁটুনের বি জায়গা নাই। মন চায় তোর এগুলা নাইজেরিয়া বুলগেরিয়া আর উগান্ডায় পাঠাইয়া দে। আচ্ছা এত কিছু কিনানোর দরকার নাকি?
কি করতেছেন আব্বা? একটা শখ করছি, শখের দাম লাখ টাকা। শখ যদি না মিটে তাহলে এই জীবন রেখা লাভ কি? আপনি যদি আমার টাকা না দিচ্ছেন তাহলে কিন্তু আমি কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে নাম লেখা ফেলাম।
আচ্ছা ব্লেড দিয়ে এই কুর্তির লেগে হাত কাটানোর দরকার নাই, আমি বাইরে যাওয়ানোর সময় তোর টাকা দিয়ে যাবো।
থ্যাংক ইউ আব্বা।
আচ্ছা লাইলি, তুমি এরকম প্রতিদিন কোনো পড়াই কমপ্লিট করছো না, আমি কিন্তু তোমাকে আর পড়াতে আসবো না।
আসেন না, আপনারা ক্যাথাই কইছে আইতে, আমি কইছি
শেষ পর্যন্ত তোমার বাবার কাছে আমাকে কমপ্লেন করতে হবে।
আপনি আমার বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবেন?
পড়াশোনা করছো না, বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না? অবশ্যই করবো।
আপনি যান, আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করেন, এদিকে আমি ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে আপনার হাতের আপনার নাম লেখা রাখবো ওইখান দিয়ে।
তুই বলতে চয়েছ আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ। দেখো এইবার না হয় আমি তোমার বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না, কিন্তু তুমি যদি পরীক্ষায় ডাব্বা মারো তাহলে তো আবার আমি শেষ।
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আটকা মায়া মনের সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ, বললাইছো শেষবার মতো চুল দাঁড়িয়ে আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে।
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন।
মানে?
মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটার দায় আপনার উপর পড়ব। সরেন।
আরে ভাই, নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম, জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই। কি সমস্যা? যাইতে দিছো না কেন?
সমস্যা আমার না আপনার। আপনি মানুষ না খুনি?
মানে?
মানে বোঝেন না? কালকে কি করছেন? কাচির লগে কি মিলাচ্ছেন? পেট খারাপের ওষুধ।
দেখো এখন কিন্তু বাড়াবাড়ি হইতেছে। তোমরা কাচ্চি খাইতে চাইছো, আমি খাওয়াইছি ব্যাস। কারণ কারো যদি পেট পাতলা হয়ে যায়, কেউ যদি হজম করতে না পারে, সেটা তো তার সমস্যা, আমার না।
বাড়াবাড়ি আমরা করছি না আপনারা করছেন? মানে ইচ্ছে করে আপনারা খান নাই কালকে, তাই না? যাতে আমার লগে প্রতিশোধ নিতে পারেন।
আর যদি নিতে চাই সেটা কি দোষ? 3 বার ঘুরি চ্যাম্পিয়ন আমি, তোমার কারণে আমার হারতে হয়েছে।
হারছেন তো কি ইচ্ছে? মাঝে মাঝে কিছু জিতবার লাগা কিছু হারতে হয়।
এই তোমার কাছে হাইরে আমি কি জিতছি? হ্যাঁ,
আমারই জিতছেন, আমার মন জিতছেন।
এই দেখো তুমি আমার আবার কোনো কিছুতে ফাঁসাইছো, আমি বুঝছি। এইসব ফান্দে আমি পা দিতেছি না, প্লিজ।
আমি আপনারে ফাঁসাই নাই, আপনি আমারে ফাঁসাইছেন। আমি তো আপনার প্রেমে পড়ে গেছি ফ্রি মাস্টার। আপনি আমার মারবেন, মারেন, কাটতেও ফালান, কিন্তু আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি, এটাই সায়েন্স।
হ্যাঁ, এর জন্যই তো সায়েন্সে মারো ডাব্বা।
যতই অপমান করেন, শাদি তো আপনার আমার লগে হইব।
তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শাদি দূরে থাক, প্রেম পর্যন্ত করতে রাজি নাই আমি। হ্যাঁ, আর এইসব ব্লেড ফেড দিয়ে কোনো কাজ হবে না, আমি ভয় পাই না আর।
দেখবো চন্দ্র তুমি কি করো।
Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Mày chuẩn. Mày chuẩn. Người lát. Mắc chưa vậy? Ê, từ phong tỏa. Chỉ định. Perfect. One guy, perfect landing. Xoay đều, xoay đều. Xoay đều, xoay đều, xoay đều. Mày, tí cắm lòng đất. Đây à, còn nữa không? Cắm lòng đất. Đây là đi vào đấy cả cắm lòng đất thôi. Phải cũng được. Có 2 để kiếm đi bớt. Wow. Wow. Các cái đồ à? Rồi. Mạnh quá không hết đồ. Chuẩn chỉ không? Cho thread này. What the hell? Ngồi đây thầy, tôi uống được. Ngồi đây. Hai mươi lăm củ à? Đây 10 lần là 200 củ ấy. Mày 145, 51 55 à? Như bạch quý nhà thầy mà. Nhanh điết. Vừa nhanh. Các bạn là gấp tiếp theo ngay lập tức. Thần dừng không? Ôi, xin lỗi tiểu cửa.
মন্টুর বাসা ফাঁকা, খালি বাসা, পুরা খালি, খাওয়া দাওয়া নাই, তুমি আর আমি,
শুধু তুমি আর আমি
একা
একা।
কত বড় সাহস তোর, হ্যাঁ? তুই সাহস পাইলি কিভাবে আমার নিয়ে খালি বাসায় যাবি? বাসায় আমার কথা বলো, বিয়ের কথা বলো, সিরিয়াস হও।
তুমি তো জানো আমার বাসার অবস্থা কি। এমন ভাই যেন পৃথিবীতে কারো ফ্যামিলি যেন না জন্মায়। মানে ওর জন্য আমি কিছুই হচ্ছে না, ও ফেল করে আর বিয়েটা হচ্ছে না, ফেল করতেছে আর হচ্ছে বিয়ে পিছাইতেছে, কিন্তু আমার লাইফটা কোথায় যাইতেছে সেটা তো কেউ চিন্তা করতেছে না। ও তো সেই ব্যাপারে কোনো টেনশনই নাই। আমি যে তোমাকে কত ভালোবাসি এটা কি ওকে আমি বলতে বুঝাইতে পারতেছি বলো? হ্যাঁ, আরে কি হয়েছে?
না, আমি আর বসে থাকতে পারবো না। এতক্ষণ ধরে রিকশায় বসে থেকে আমার ব্যাক পেন করতেছে।
কোথায় দেখি?
দেখতে হবে না, আমি আর
আচ্ছা, আশ্চর্য ব্যাপার, তোমার ব্যাক পেন হয়েছে তুমি আমাকে পার্সোনালি বলবা, সেই জায়গায় তুমি রিকশাওয়ালার সামনে বলছো, ব্যাপারটা কেমন না? তো কি হয়েছে দেখি?
দেখতে হবে না, আমি বাসায় যাবো, আমার বাসার সামনে দিয়ে আসো।
বাসায় যাওয়া মানে কি? আমরা বের হয়েছি কতক্ষণ বেবি? আমরা অল্প কতক্ষণ হয়েছে, মাত্র 2 ঘন্টা হয়েছে আমরা বের হয়েছি। আজকে আমরা সারাদিন ঘুরবো, খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো, তারপর হচ্ছে মন্টুদের বাসায় যাব, তারপরে আমরা যা হওয়ার তা করবো, মানে বাসায় যাবো আর কি। আবার
মন্টুর বাসায় কেন?
ও ওই যে আসলে হয়েছে কি, ওই যে মন্টুদের ম্যাচের মধ্যে আজকে বিরাট আয়োজনে খাওয়া দাওয়ার ব্যবস্থা করা হয়েছে, বুঝছো? আমাকে বললো যে হ্যাঁ তুই আসিস। এখন আমি তো একা যেতে পারি না, তুমি ছাড়া আমি কীভাবে যাবো বলো?
তাই তো, খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো আর কি করবো?
তারপর ধরো ওই যে মানে একটু বসলাম, আড্ডা দিলাম, গল্প করলাম, থাকে না এই আর কি।
হ্যাঁ, খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো, আড্ডা দিব, বিশ্রাম নিব। বাট তুমি আমাকে কি বলছিলা জানো?
কি?
মন্টুরা ট্যুরে গেছে বান্দরবন। তোমারও যাওয়ার কথা ছিল, কিন্তু যেহেতু তুমি আমার সাথে দেখা করবা, আমাদের একটা ডেটের প্ল্যান হয়েছে, দ্যাটস ওয়াই তুমি যাইতে পারো নাই। এখন আমার মন্টুর বাসায় দাওয়াতটা বুঝলাম
না, বলছিলাম না আসলে মানে আমি না ভুলে যাই সব কিছু, বুঝছো? মানে তুমি সামনে থাকার পর না আমি সব কিছু আউলাইয়া যাই, মনে থাকে না একটা আর কি। হ্যাঁ, আর তুমিও পিছলাই যাও। হ্যাঁ, না না কিছু বলি নাই, কি বলবো? কিন্তু মানে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে কি, আমার না একটা জিনিস নিয়ে খুব মন খারাপ হচ্ছে। মানে স্ট্রবেরিটার কথা শুনে না খুব মন খারাপ হইতেছে।
কি
মানে মানে স্ট্রবেরি, যে
স্ট্রবেরি কি?
চকলেট, মানে তোমার জন্য চকলেট বলতে ললিপপ, তোমার জন্য দুটো মানে স্ট্রবেরি ফ্লেভারের চকলেট আনছিলাম, তো ওগুলোর কথা না খুব মনে পড়ছিল। মানে
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওয়েলকাম।
শোনো, এসব ভাওতাবাজি বাদ দিয়ে কাজের কাজ করো, বাসায় আমার কথা বলো, বিয়ের কথা বলো, সিরিয়াস হও।
তুমি তো জানো আমার বাসার অবস্থা কি। এমন ভাই যেন পৃথিবীতে কারো ফ্যামিলি যেন না জন্মায়। মানে ওর জন্য আমি কিছুই হচ্ছে না, ও ফেল করে আর বিয়েটা হচ্ছে না, ফেল করতেছে আর হচ্ছে বিয়ে পিছাইতেছে, কিন্তু আমার লাইফটা কোথায় যাইতেছে সেটা তো কেউ চিন্তা করতেছে না। ও তো সেই ব্যাপারে কোনো টেনশনই নাই। আমি যে তোমাকে কত ভালোবাসি এটা কি ওকে আমি বলতে বুঝাইতে পারতেছি বলো? হ্যাঁ,
অনেক প্রবলেম না?
খুব প্রবলেম।
আমার কাছে একটা সলিউশন আছে।
কি সলিউশন?
চলো আমরা পালাই বিয়ে করে ফেলি। দেখো, তোমার বাসায় প্রবলেম আছে, আমার বাসায় অনেক প্রবলেম আছে, বাট আই এম সিরিয়াস। এসব বাসার প্রবলেম এত পাত্তা দিলে চলবে না। পালায় বিয়ে করে ফেলি।
বেবি তোমাকে আমি এই কারণে এত লাভ করি, তোমার ইন্টেলেকচুয়াল হাইট এত বেশি যে কোন দিন জানি তোমার সাথে থাকতে থাকতে আমার হাইটটাও 6 গিয়ে পৌঁছে যাবে।
6 কি ফিট, ইঞ্চ নাকি সেন্টিমিটার?
না না, ফিটই তো, ফিট।
ও মন্টু বাসায় নেই তাই না?
না না, বাসায় নাই তো।
তাহলে মন্টুর বাসায় আমরা যাবো কিভাবে?
কারণ চাবি আছে তো আমার পকেটে।
চাবি?
হ্যাঁ।
মন্টুর বাসা ফাঁকা, খালি বাসা,
পুরা খালি,
খাওয়া দাওয়া নাই, তুমি আর আমি,
শুধু তুমি আর আমি,
একা
একা।
কত বড় সাহস তোর, হ্যাঁ? তুই সাহস পাইলি কিভাবে আমার নিয়ে খালি বাসায় যাবি? তুই কি মনে করছস আমাকে বলবি যে চলো আমরা খালি বাসায় যাই, তোর সাথে আমি ফুরফুর করে চলে যাব?
ঠিক আছে, না গেলে তো আর কিছু করার নাই।
পিছলাইতেছো না? আসলে তুমি না আমাকে নিয়ে সিরিয়াস কিনা আমি সেটাই বুঝি না। আমি বাসায় একা একাই যাচ্ছি, আর তোরে ললিপপ তুই খা।
বেবি, বেবি ললিপপ।
Thì 400 à? 400. Đây kiểm tra năng lượng này. Somos 700 rồi, rebirth được một lần nữa. Ok. Lần này sẽ rebirth thêm 10 anh quay qua kia anh binh. Anh sẽ là bố của qua kia. Yes. Thua hoài à? Không cội thắng à? Át một thực sự là khó đấy. Sẽ lấy một cái đồ ánh sáng đi, sẽ là cái cung xanh ánh sáng đi. Hai cái giảm hiệu hai bên nhỉ? Thôi cái phải đang kéo một cái vùng đầu. Về rồi 25 chắc là nốt nào nữa thì lên 8 vậy. Lại là cái thằng Zurich này, sao nó vẫn lên được con ấy 3 nhỉ? Đưa con Zurich 3 ở đâu dài rồi, nó còn Nautilus nữa, mình cầm tận 4 con Nautilus rồi chúng nó vẫn còn à. Ê xong ý làm mày không 3 được, thua không? Thua à. Cái rồi đi rồi, tốc mấy đây, chưa đi, sắp đi. Anh đi xa rồi, anh không lái xe nữa, anh đắp mộ rồi, không thể nào ride khát được. Khóc U Linh à, em phải cút cút đi. Đây đi cho đỡ bị bắn vào đầu. Cày tê tại mình bắn cặp tự. Kéo ra xì ra. Ui rồi ôi, cặp bóng may mắn cô ba nhưng mà ít tiền không sao, ít tiền tích xong rồi bao nhiêu máu, có 5.000 máu rồi sao, chắc thế. Bế mày, đối kia ông chết à? Đối kia xét bế không được, không thiếu mấy cái cùng dao, chậm quá. Đây được người nó vả rồi nó vả trước à? Mày ý thua, đi chợ nhặt xem một cái cung đi, nhặt một cái cung đi. Anh cũng sắp không đi rồi, anh sẽ được đi chợ trước. Ai à?
চোখ বন্ধ করলে তুমি যে কি করবে আমি জানি না।
কি বলো, কি করব?
জানি আমি।
বন্ধ করো না, চোখ বন্ধ করো।
সত্যি কিছু করবে না তো?
100%।
ঠিক আছে, করলাম।
Will you marry me?
মোবাইল নতুন মোবাইল লাখ করছো কি তুমি? থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
কে?
স্যার কুরিয়ার।
দাঁড়াও। ওরা তো বাসায় কেউ নেই, তুমি টেবিলের উপর রেখে দিয়ে যেতে পারবে?
জি জি স্যার, অবশ্যই স্যার। স্যার রিসিট স্যার, সই লাগবে স্যার একটা।
কলম দাও, কলম।
স্যার বাইক থেকে নামার পরে স্যার কলমটা আর খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না স্যার। স্যার একটা কলম হবে?
দাঁড়াও।
জি। যেহেতু আমার লোন দেওয়ার মতো লোকের অভাব, তাই আমি প্রথম পদ্ধতিটাই বেছে নিলাম। নিজের জন্য নয়, এই জীবনে প্রথম আমি চুরি করলাম। যে আমার মন চুরি করেছে তার জন্য, মালার জন্য।
ঠিকানাটা কি আছে ওখানে?
জি স্যার।
ঠিকানা?
স্যার আলেকজান্দ্রিয়া, ইজিপ্ট, মিশর থেকে আসছে স্যার।
ও, মিশর। মিশর তো দারুণ একটা জায়গা, বিশেষ করে অ্যান্টিক্সের জন্য। আমি যতবার গেছি মিশরে, ততবারই আমি কিছু না কিছু নিয়ে এসছি সেখান থেকে।
স্যার আজকে আসি স্যার।
হ্যাঁ
আজকে আসি স্যার, একটা ডেলিভারি আছে তো।
ও আচ্ছা, এসো।
স্যার অন্ধপুরের ঘড়ি বিক্রির টাকায় মালার জন্য একটা ভালো মোবাইল কিনে ফেললাম। ফলে বাকি চুরির জিনিসপত্র নিয়ে আমি মোটেও ভাবিত ছিলাম না। মালা,
আজকেও দেরি করে আসছো, প্রত্যেক দিন তুমি দেরি করো, কি সমস্যা তোমার?
তুমি না বলো যে আমার মধ্যে একটা নায়ক নায়ক ভাব? দেখো না সিনেমায় নায়ক দেরি করে ফেলে, নায়িকা অপেক্ষা করে থাকে। আচ্ছা সরি 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 সরি। মন খারাপ করো কেন? তোমার জন্য একটা জিনিস আনছি, বলো কি আনছি।
কি জিনিস দাও? কি আনছো দাও না।
না না না, তুমি একটু চিন্তা করে দেখো কি আনছি।
এত চিন্তা করতে পারবো না তো। দাও।
বলো, মাথাটা একটু খাটাও।
আরে কি ঘোড়া ডিম নিয়ে আসছো, দাও না দাও।
আচ্ছা তাহলে চোখ বন্ধ করো।
চোখ বন্ধ করলে তুমি যে কি করবে আমি জানি না।
কি বলো, কি করবো?
জানি জানি আমি।
বন্ধ করো না, চোখ বন্ধ করো।
সত্যি কিছু করবে না তো?
100%।
ঠিক আছে, করলাম।
Will you marry me?
মোবাইল, নতুন মোবাইল আল্লাহ করছো কি তুমি থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ আমার যে একটা ফোন কি দরকার ছিল জান তুমি এটা কি করছো
ভালো হয়েছে না ভালো হয়েছে না দেখো বলছিলাম না তোমার কথা দিছিলাম না ছবি তুলে দেখো
হ্যাঁ ছবি তো তুলবই দাঁড়াও নতুন মোবাইলের প্রথম ছবি তোমার সাথে